Okay, I need to get a new iPad. Also, the Wi-Fi here in the house sucks. Even my family complains that the Wi-Fi sucks in this house. Hold on. So I can just let me find Screwjack's channel and then I'll do my intro. Hold on. Damn, I stepped to like a lot of people.
You know what would be a pretty memorable holiday present?
Alright. Found the first death battle that I need to do. Okay. So further ado, what up, fanboys, fangirls, Phantom Forza here, and I know it's late to say it, but anyway, I'm saying it anyway. Happy New Year from America. So yes, it's officially 2019 where I am right now, and oh my god, it's crazy. So this year I'm hoping to try to get as many videos as I can. Try to frequent posting videos on YouTube, but also I got a little bit of an announcement, which I'll probably do in a separate vlog later on. So anyway, so I'm behind on Death Battle. I missed 2 episodes, and I think both of them were the last 2 of the season. So I think the previous one came out sometime before Christmas and ended the season there. But yeah, so oh my god. The first death, I'm gonna do like the Roshi versus. I'm probably gonna get his name wrong. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna get his right name. Do Roshi versus Jiraiya. I haven't seen Naruto in forever, so sorry if I get his name wrong. So yeah, I got a question. I have to question about why Screw Attack did that. Like, I know they're very powerful characters, but both of them are total perverts. Dude, the title of that death battle should have been called Battle of the Perverts. Come on, and I'm pretty sure every anime fan who's seen both Dragon Ball and Naruto will agree with me. I'm just gonna drink a water. Sorry, I was sick sometime after Christmas and sometime after New Year. It sucks. Actually, I got sick after Christmas and before New Year's Eve. Yeah, that's it. So let's watch that death battle, and the other one, I think it's Darkseid versus Thanos. Anyway, so let's go.
Holiday present? The gift of genetic discovery. 23andMe DNA. You know what would be a pretty memorable holiday present? The gift of genetic discovery. 23andMe DNA kits are on sale from now until December 25th. It's a testing service that can provide insight into your ancestry, health, wellness, and traits.
Yeah,
and it's super easy to use.
Yeah,
just spit in a tube, mail it in, set up an online account, and send you a first report in just a few weeks. We love learning about the unknown here at Death Battle, so I tried it myself and found out I have a bunch of relatives over in the UK I never knew about. Now until December 25th,
Damn.
Get 30% off any 23andMe kit by ordering at 23andme.com/deathbattle. That's the number 23andme.com/deathbattle. Again, that's 23andme.com/deathbattle. The finest warriors are never developed on their own. While some are simply molded by their enemies, the best usually seek the wisdom of a master.
Who, for some reason, is a weird old pervert, like Roshi, turtle hermit and teacher to Dragon Ball's greatest hero.
And Jiraiya, the toad sage and instructor to the most famous ninja of all.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Not like Ben and Chad, they're the voice actors. I'm like,
Goku is, without a doubt, one of the greatest martial arts champions of all time.
Well, yeah, he's good enough to rival gods, become a Super Saiyan, and even master Ultra Instinct.
But he never would have achieved any of it without the guidance of Master Roshi.
A martial artist who's so powerful, there's only one thing in the world that can stop him. Well, two things, really, if you get what I mean.
I know your game, old man, and I don't want to play.
Anyway, when he was a hip youngin', Roshi studied under the legendary Master Potato.
Mutaita.
And a kitty cat. These masters of ass whooping taught Roshi how to weaponize his own life energy, or ki.
Similar to many real-life Chinese martial arts, ki is a vital energy all living beings possess. The stronger and more focused you are, the greater your ki becomes.
Roshi can use his ki to increase his power, pushing past his physical limits with a bunch of awesome techniques. He can fire explosive shots, go buff mode, stun foes with Thunder Shock Surprise, and even seal dangerous enemies away with the evil containment wave.
It wasn't long until Roshi refined these techniques and created his own martial arts style, Turtle School.
Creepy old man turtle school, creepy old man turtle school.
Did Goku?
Roshi and I
Did I
have
just see
till
Goku wearing a
turtle.
freaking turtle costume?
No, it's not about beating people up as slow as you can, like I first thought. Turtle School, or Kame style, includes everything from tricky pressure point combat to a phony drunken style, which, if you ask me, is just a missed opportunity to get wasted.
By delivering milk up a mountain, plowing a field with bare hands, working construction with simple tools, and being chased by both sharks and bees, all while wearing a 50-pound shell, Roshi's martial art focuses on breaking the wall of humanity in every way. Except for one. Despite most of his students learning it at
Oh
some
my god,
point,
wait,
flight
all
is
your others
actually
can
a
fly, but
technique
he
developed by
can't?
his rivals, the
What
Crane
the
School.
douche?
Apparently, Roshi's just
What the
been a
douche?
bit too stubborn to properly learn the skill, even after centuries of experience.
How long has he been doing this?
Well, it's a little vague, but thanks to either a pet phoenix he accidentally killed, or the mysterious paradise herb, he's just shy of 360 years old.
Damn.
I'm just impressed he can still get it up for the girls after all that time.
Well, mistake that's... Well, I mean, yes, I guess medically speaking it is quite impressive.
Where can I get me some of this paradise grass? I want to be chasing tail for centuries.
Good luck with that. But with all of those years spent honing his talents, Roshi dedicated 50 of them to developing one revolutionary technique.
Kame! Ha!
Anyway,
Gotcha!
anyway.
Deal with it,
To be
Wiz.
honest,
He is your partner.
devastating
He
is
is
an
your partner when it comes to hosting
Well,
this show,
yeah,
dude.
he blew up a whole freaking mountain with it.
This peak was inspired by the real-life flaming mountains in China, standing up to 2,600 feet tall. With this in mind, we can find that to pulverize such a mountain, Roshi's Kamehameha must equal nearly 4 gigatons of TNT.
Holy
But that's
shit.
small stuff compared to the time he obliterated the entire moon
Dude, I
in
have
about
respect
5
for Roshi,
seconds.
except
That's gotta be
I
worth,
would probably
what,
not
like
be the same.
10,
I'd not be the same
20
with him
mountains?
with him.
Wiz, how many
Never,
mountains make
ever.
a moon?
Well, more
Like I
like
said,
35
he's a fucking
billion.
pervert.
To obliterate the moon in its entirety, the Kamehameha must have struck it with a force akin to 3 octillion tons of TNT.
That's,
the
27
hell?
zeros, by the way. Holy shit, Roshi's also super fast. He can fight an entire battle in a blink of an eye.
Which might seem crazy, but Roshi is also able to snatch bullets out of the air that are fired at him from point-blank range.
That gun looks like a British Sten, which can fire up to 600 rounds per minute at a muzzle velocity of nearly 1,200 feet per second.
That means Roshi would have to react to the first bullet within 5 milliseconds. Additionally, each consecutive bullet would reach him just shy of 17 milliseconds apart. The maximum distance between any given shot looks to be about 3 feet, which means he would have to be moving at 180 feet per second in order to catch them all.
Holy shit.
Oh, if my hands could move that fast, I'd finally stop getting married.
What the fuck?
This speed is far
Was
from
that
his
an
limit,
actual?
but
Who
Roshi's
wrote
true talent
that
is ensuring
line?
his students go further and
Seriously, I'm
further
pretty
than
sure
himself every
I'm pretty
day.
sure Chad and
Sadly,
Ben
Roshi's
had
frailty
to
of
pause
age
and they
means
go look
his
at each other and
body
go
can't
like,
always
"What
express
the
just
heck
how
did
powerful
you just
he
read?
really
What the heck did Chad
And
just read? What
using
the heck
too
did
much
you just
key
read,
energy
dude?"
can cause all sorts of problems, like when his master Pistachio died using the Evo containment wave.
But while Roshi's pupils may surpass him, he remains one of the smartest fighters on Earth.
He's tough enough to take down dozens of Frieza's soldiers and survived a beatdown from an alternate universe wannabe Frieza. He even took a barrage of death rays like a champ, the same move that killed Vegeta many, many years ago.
And in the Dragon Ball Super manga, Roshi is shown to be so collected in battle, his movements sort of emulate those of Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, that's not technically canon, but it does go to show how far Roshi's training can take him.
And it's safe to say that this old, perverted, but genius of a man will never stop training. Among the ninja of the Hidden Leaf Village, few are quite as impressive as Naruto Uzumaki.
Yeah, I know that's crazy, cause, you know, but not just anyone can fight aliens on the moon and become president of Hidden Valley Raiders.
Naruto would become the Hidden Leaf's greatest champion and 7th Hokage. But this would never have been possible without his training under the dynamic Toad Sage and legendary Sani, Jiraiya the Gallant.
Gallant, huh? Hey, Wiz, why do the most badass old dudes always turn out to be weird pervs?
Well, don't let his crude demeanor fool you.
Oh, don't worry about me, Wiz. This ain't my first trip to Secret Leaf Ninja Town. Nothing surprises me anymore. What?
Welcome to your new home.
I can't believe you moved us
What the fuck did this happen?
You
that I
knew what
just
this place
witnessed?
was? You lied, as usual. I'm the one making the sacrifices here. No one told you to follow me to LA. You did! I don't want to live here! Well, I do.
What the f? Anyway, Jiraiya originally learned the shinobi way from the 3rd Hokage, who taught him how to use his chakra to do ninja magic.
Similar to ki, chakra is a form of life energy. In Hindu and Buddhist theologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body, which can be embraced to achieve enlightenment. However, in the world of Naruto, chakra is used to perform amazing ninja techniques called jutsus.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Like most ninja, Jiraiya learned about 4 types of jutsus. Taijutsu, or hand-to-hand combat, ninjutsu, harnessing chakra as elemental weapons and tools, genjutsu, which covers illusion and mental manipulation, and senjutsu, a method of utilizing naturally occurring energy as an extension of one's self.
Jiraiya mastered as many styles as he could, and even learned one of the greatest ninjutsu attacks out there, the Rasengan. With this, he gathers his chakra into a spinning orb of death modeled off the ultra-destructive tailed beast bomb. And that thing can wipe out a whole village all at once. And on the weird side, he can sharpen his twisted sister mane into a shield like a porcupine and fire the hairs out like a needle gun.
Possessing a keen and mischievous mind, Jiraiya spent plenty of time developing brand new techniques, such as the invisibility jutsu, which you'd think would be perfect for stealth or assassination missions, but he actually developed it specifically for,
Research? Where else is a self-respecting writer supposed to get his, inspiration from?
Clearly, Jiraiya sometimes took his tinkering a bit too far. On one such occasion, he accidentally teleported himself to a mystical land full of giant talking toads.
Wiz, you sure jutsu isn't just like another name for crack?
After befriending the toads, Jiraiya trained under the sage Fukasaku.
Where he learned a bunch of fire release techniques, like the toad oil bullet and flame bullet attacks. Now that's one impressive loogie.
Jiraiya entered a pact with the toads, learning their ways and summoning them to the field of battle. As his own talents relied on trickery over brute force, such as hiding in shadows and manipulating his opponent's movements, the powerful toads were perfect allies. He can trap his foe inside a toad's throat, transform them into toads for interrogation, or even call a gigantic amphibian warrior to his side.
Like the biggest grump
Oh, so
you've
that's why it's
ever
called the
seen.
Toad Sage, right?
Gamabunta.
I am the wise and powerful Lord Gamabunta, the Chief Toad, and you're an idiot! Now shut up!
Oh, Bunta, you crotchety old toad.
And through Fukasaku's teachings, Jiraiya perfected the art of senjutsu. Through their combined efforts, he entered a new mighty form called Sage Mode.
Well, it takes a long time to get into. Sage Mode Jiraiya can do all sorts of things he couldn't before.
Like the unpredictable martial art Frog Kata, and a deadly genjutsu, the demonic illusion Toad Confrontation Chant.
Which sounds weird, so why don't we just call it your jutsu? Cause if you get caught, your soul is trapped by these big guys who desperately want a high five, leaving your physical body totally open to a swift kill.
Sage Mode also enhances Jiraiya's other abilities, turning his normal Rasengan into the unstoppable Big Ball Rasengan, which, according to the official data books, is strong enough to carve away a mountain.
Wiz, he's way more than just a mountain smasher. Jiraiya is quick enough to fight some of the fastest ninja around,
You could
like
carve a
Kakashi and
mountain,
Itachi,
but
some of
Roshi
which are
can
fast
destroy
enough to
it.
intercept lightning.
The leader of a lightning bolt moves around 220,000 miles per hour, putting ninja like Jiraiya around speeds of Mach 280.
Now I get why ninja are so awesome. Who needs guns when you're more than 100 times faster than bullets?
While Jiraiya isn't exactly the strongest or fastest ninja around, he's certainly one of the most clever. Over time, he rose to become a legendary ninja and hero of his people, hailed by the honorable title of Sani.
And he's a gutsy one, like when he used his tricks to take out 3 of the 6 members of the emo rock band Pain, before they tore his arm off, crushed his throat, and impaled him 5 times.
But even while suffering excruciating agony, Jiraiya proved strong enough to power through and send a vital message to his most promising pupil, paving the way for the next generation of heroes before being swept off his feet one last time.
You know, I guess he was a pretty gallant guy after all.
As you can see, you fail! Jiraiya the Toad Sage falls victim to no woman's charm. Rare beauties fall for me! When you reach the stature I have, the ladies worship at your awesomeness!
Oh my god, yeah, did that battle should have been called Battle of the
All right, the
Perverts.
combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, if you're as hungry as I am for this fight, you may
Blue
be
Apron?
interested in Blue Apron.
Fucking
By
hell,
now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
But
Yeah,
did you
and the
know about
longest
all the
running
different kinds
sponsor
of delicious
ever,
foods you
the
can
Blue
make?
Apron.
Like the honey chipotle glazed chicken with poblano and lime rice.
There's plenty to choose from, since they offer 12 new recipes each week. All you have to do is choose the 2, 3, or 4 that sound best to you, and they deliver it right to your door.
Plus, it's super simple to cook. It's got easy-to-follow instructions and perfectly proportioned ingredients. They're non-GMO, and the meat has no added hormones. My favorite part is feeling like a master chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease.
So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free at blueapron.com
Okay.
/battle. That's blueapron.com /battle to get your first 3 meals free. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
I'm gonna say Roshi. Because Roshi seems a bit more OP.
This store's really close by. I don't know why.
Who's this geezer?
Hey, Fuzz for Brains! Where are the pictures? It's just words in here.
Pictures? You fool! Words paint 1,000 beautiful pictures all by themselves!
Geez, don't take it personally. Not like you wrote the damn thing.
But I did!
The heck is this?
Toast throat.
You're stuck now, Baldy. Whew. Shadow Clone Jutsu!
Oh shit. Bones! God, is Roshi dead? Roshi dead, isn't he?
Summoning jutsu! Jiraiya, you buffoon! What's this about? Hey there! Can you buy me some time? What? I'm not your servant. I'm the chief Get off my lawn! Water style! Liquid bullet! He's a quick one. Elo containment way! Screw you pervert! Only a coward lets others do their fighting for them. You have no idea. I've been back on the beach the whole time.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Just then. Yeah, what was that?
You old fool. I can't believe you fell for that. Let's end this.
Wait, did Roshi win? Oh yeah, Roshi's pretty fast. Roshi's pretty fast, so she's able to like...
Talk about a whole new way to
Roshi
win.
wins!
Jiraiya was certainly one of the most
Roshi wins.
powerful warriors of his own world, but there's no question that Roshi's sheer might outclassed him.
One guy can break a mountain, the other can break a moon. So that was pretty obvious.
The speed comparison wasn't quite so clear-cut, though. While his unseen battle with Krillin was incredibly quick, Roshi's never personally shown speeds as fast as the lightning feats Jiraiya scaled to.
But he did hold his own in the Tournament of Power against Planet and Galaxy Busters. Also, in Goku's training right after Gorin's, he actually had to dodge lightning. Roshi's own training didn't stop after chasing the kitty around, and neither did his kitty chasing. So, scaled to Goku's progress, it makes sense that he'd be able to match Jiraiya's speed, and probably even surpass it.
Still, it would be reasonable to believe Jiraiya could use his tactical talent to outsmart and outlast Roshi.
Except, Roshi's a smart fighter too. Not only does he have way more experience thanks to his super age, but he's got an eye for traps in sticky situations, like when he figured out the illusion powers of the talisman fighter, Derkori.
And remember, it took only 15 seconds for Roshi's Kamehameha to reach the moon. Given the moon's distance of over 200,000 miles from the surface of the Earth, this means the beam must have traveled over 57 million miles per hour.
Oh
More than
yeah, I
260
forgot Dragon
times
Ball.
faster
Goku
than lightning.
transformed
There was no
into-
way Jiraiya could avoid Roshi's
Crap, I
trademark
forgot the
move for
name.
very long.
Sure, Jiraiya might be a crafty ninja, but all that doesn't
I
boil
know
down to
what
much
you mean,
more
but
than
the-
tricks against someone
that
like
thing's
Roshi.
trying to-
Roshi was simply
Dragon Ball
faster,
like,
stronger,
titles.
and had way more experience.
Fuck.
And that's why Jiraiya croaked when Roshi beat him to the punch.
The winner is Master Roshi.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to see some exclusive commentary, make sure to click the box right over there. And if you want the battle music from this...
So I called it. Roshi won. And I still think that DeathBattle should have been called Battle of the Perverts. Even Boomstick agreed with me. So, okay, we got that down. Next up, Thanos versus Darkseid. Let's go! The epic clash between Marvel versus DC. Not only that, it's a continuous one too.
23andMe, which is a DNA testing service that's named after the 23 chromosomes that make up your DNA. It's a great way to find out about your family history, your wellness, and it's super easy to do. All you gotta do is spit in a tube and send it off, and then you find out. Now through December
This was the
25th, get
first
30%
one,
off
this
any
is
23andMe kit. Order your DNA kit at 23andme.com/deathbattle.
That's what I need.
Power. Some spend entire lives in search of it, while for others, it is their birthright. But what truly matters in the end is how it's used.
Like with Thanos, the ultimate villain of the Avengers.
And Darkseid, arch nemesis to the Justice League.
He's Biz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, 3D CGI.
Over 1 million years ago, when mankind's evolution first broke away from the apes, the cosmic celestials arrived on Earth. They experimented on the human race, creating 3 separate variants. The powerful and beautiful Eternals, destined for immortality. Those with a latent mutated gene, which would one day spawn the X-Men. And a deformed, disturbing subspecies known as the Deviants.
Like that one website with all the porn.
What?
Anyway, the Eternals eventually colonized the moons of Saturn thanks to this science wizard named Mentor, whose collar's like the lampshade I put on my dog to make him stop licking his junk.
Charming. But while the Eternals seemed like a perfect people, Mentor's own son would change this forever and force the cosmos to its knees. His name was Thanos.
You were a fool to betray me, Ronan. Prepare to meet your doom.
Thanos was born into a life of luxury. Sure, his mom went totally insane and tried to kill him right away, but what do you think you'd do if you popped out a creepy California raisin baby?
It seems the Celestials' experiments weren't quite so different from each other. Despite his eternal heritage, Thanos' large, disproportionate body and thick purple skin were thanks to a deviant mutation.
Which you'd think would mean everyone would hate him, but nope. The Eternals were super progressive and totally cool with a wrinkly grimace walking around.
In fact, Thanos was greatly admired for his exceptional intelligence and creativity. He was set for a positive and decorated future.
Until he threw it all away for a girl. Hey, I don't blame him. Lots of guys do crazy shit for hot chicks. Especially when you're a secret murder-happy psycho who's obsessed with the physical manifestation of death.
To earn death's reciprocal love, Thanos took a journey. A quest to ravage the universe in her name.
And as an Eternal, he had plenty of superhuman power to do it. He was already the strongest and fastest Eternal around, but he boosted his power even more with bionic and magic enhancements.
And while his physical and psionic abilities are impressive, his incredible genius led to building massive spaceships, shields that can withstand planet-level attacks, and even a time window.
And the most badass throne ever. It comes packed with its own laser weapons, light speed travel, and it can teleport through space and time.
And unlike most Eternals, Thanos has also dabbled in the mystic arts. Petrification, curses, even some of his throne's abilities seem to be more magic than hard science. All of this potential makes Thanos an incredibly dangerous foe.
Yeah, good luck trying to hurt him. He can survive pretty much anything, including a gun specifically designed to kill him. He even shot himself in the face with it just to prove how goddamn awesome he is. Don't try that at home, kids.
He's strong enough to overpower 2 Thors at once, snap a universal weapon known for its extreme durability, and even lift the gargantuan Galactus engine.
A giant super rocket big enough to move planets. According to Mr. Fantastic, and that guy knows his stuff, this thing is hundreds of miles long.
While the Galactus engine's size seems to vary from comic to comic, Reed's assertion matches its appearance when it propelled Ego the Living Planet. By examining the engine in 3 separate parts, applying the density of steel, and comparing Ego's diameter of 4,165 miles, we've found that Thanos must be lifting about 50 quintillion tons. That's like holding up 140 trillion Empire State Buildings.
And he's doing this inside the gut of a living Kurt Russell planet that eats other planets and even stars. Man, I thought I had an iron stomach.
But destroying a star isn't a simple thing.
Any energy directed toward a star would just be absorbed and adapted.
Only by completely nullifying a star's constant energy output can it be eliminated.
So Ego's stomach acid must be deadlier than freaking supernovas or a black hole. He'd probably love Mama Boomstick's world-famous ghost pepper pie.
Ugh.
It's fine. Just dip it in some squirrel paste.
Surviving the stomach of Ego isn't so far-fetched for Thanos, considering he's also survived a dip in a black hole, extreme reality warping across the metaverse, and the voice of Black Bolt.
What's so special about this guy, you ask? Well, with just a whisper, he obliterated 1 billion tons of rock. This guy can easily break a planet with just one shout, and Thanos took 3 of them to the face.
Although Thanos isn't known for being a speedster character, he's still quick enough to battle the likes of Silver Surfer, A being who can cover
Holy
500,000 light years in
shit.
just a couple
And
of
they don't
seconds,
survive that shit?
putting him over 3 trillion times faster than light. With so many impressive showings, it's hard to truly find a weakness.
Except for one.
Oh, God damn it.
So kick Deadpool out of here!
Glad to be here. It's me, Deadpool, slayer of deathstrokes, befriender of ponies, and breaker of mad titan hearts. I'm like Casanova, the ravenous reaper can't get enough of me. Thanos just hates that.
Ooh. Well, Thanos did curse him so he couldn't die and be with her.
I know, right? He's a big purple crybaby. Have you seen that chin, though? It's like he got hit in the face with a slap chop.
Don't you have like a party in Ponytown to be at?
Ah, come on, buddy. You can't have a death battle season without Deadpool, right?
We did. The last one.
Nobody counts that one. I mean, that's the year you pit a dog in a trench coat against a goddamn bear. What did you think would happen?
Yeah.
Whatever. I know when I'm not wanted. See you next year. DP out.
Oh, good riddance.
Even with all his powers and abilities,
That was
still
brilliant!
he needed something
Oh
more
my god,
to
I was waiting for
impress
the freaking
Death. Think he's
Deadpool!
compensating for something
Oh my
with?
god.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, okay.
So he built the Infinity
Spoilers!
Gauntlet, a golden
Spoilers,
glove which
although it
harnessed the
shouldn't-
power of
you guys
6
should've known
multicolored
this.
gems, known as
For
Infinity
how
Stones.
long
With
has that
these,
been
he can
running?
control the full spectrum of
That
space,
Thanos and
reality,
Death have a
mind,
thing.
power, soul, and
But
time.
And
Death
with those
plays
powers
Thanos,
combined,
but
he
also
summons
sleeping with
Captain
Deadpool.
Planet.
Well,
So
more
there
like
runs
the
out.
destruction of half the
Just
universe,
mad
but
Deadpool
sure,
keeps practicing from dying. For no matter what.
Same difference. But wait, isn't the Time Stone the green one in Doctor Strange's necklace?
Well, in the movie universe, the Time Stone is green, but in the original comic series, it's orange. This is because every universe has its own unique Infinity Gauntlet that works exclusively there. And sometimes the stones are different in color. Here, just follow this handy diagram I made.
Yeah, don't care. So with all the stones, he wiped out half the universe with only a snap of his fingers. But he also started going a bit crazy.
Oh
and
my
began to
god!
doubt his ability to perform.
Oh my god, that makes so
Happens to
much
the best of us.
sense for
Yet
some
it
of
never
this
keeps
shit
the Mad
that
Titan at bay
that
for
hurts
long,
movers
whose
would
constant
happen.
lust for power
Oh,
and
yeah.
godly status in the universe is only
Actually
matched by
makes a
his
lot of
drive to
sense
just
now.
kill everybody.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
10 billion years ago, the primeval old gods clashed in a cosmic
Hey,
civil war
Darkseid.
called Ragnarok.
That the one with Thor and Jeff Goldblum?
No. Yes, kind of. The battle was so great that the result was an explosion that tore the gods asunder, sending a great god wave throughout the metaverse, eventually birthing a new generation known as the New Gods.
How original! Well, some of these include Alpine Space Skier, Fancy Pants Shakespeare, and this cyborg spider Humpty Dumpty. Half of these guys ended up on a beautiful paradise world called New Genesis, while the rest got stuck on an actual fireball called Apocalypse. With a K.
Among these damned souls was Prince Euxis, sent in line to the throne behind his older brother Drax. Not Dave Bautista Drax, but DC Drax.
Oh man, I really like that guy. He's not afraid to say what he's thinking.
You are horrifying to look at, yes.
To rule Apocalypse, Drax was meant to enter the mysterious Omega Pit and absorb the Omega Effect, a force of destructive entropy bound within Apocalypse.
But being the crafty bastard he was, Euxis tricked DC Drax into getting killed and stole the loot for himself.
And so the Omega Effect transformed Euxis into the physical manifestation of tyranny, Darkseid.
Oh, damn it with the freaking ads. At least this one has a skip button.
Now what? Now you die.
As
Definitely
the
gore.
king
Oh
of
shit.
Apocalypse, Darkseid entered a war on the universe. Whether he was kicking New
look
Genesis
for
ass
Snap,
or
forget
giving
that.
the Man of Steel a hard time,
Look at that.
Darkseid was always working toward his one goal, conquering all life.
And thanks to his new god physiology, he has incredible superhuman strength, speed, agility, and even immortality. He's already over 245,000 years old, and that's given him plenty of time to push the limits of the Omega Effect.
Got a whole bunch of cool Omega powers that
245,000.
break all the rules of nature.
Isn't that
He
like
can
during the
teleport
time
across
that
time and
Earth was
space,
made or
fly
something?
at
What the
unthinkable
fuck?
speeds, warp reality around him, and grow super.
Wait.
something he's pretty used to doing. The scale between the Prime Universe and Darkseid's own universe, the Fourth World, is vast. He travels between universes via boom tubes, which automatically adjusts his size to what is considered normal within his destination. Otherwise, he'd have a hard time fitting in, given that the normal size of a new god is about the size of a star.
Oh yeah, I've had that kind of trouble with my boomstick tube.
He can use various psionic powers like telekinesis and telepathy, and can easily manipulate sentient beings thanks to a cosmic awareness of the multiverse powered by 18 divine senses.
You know, I bet he never forgets where he leaves his keys.
Like a space-age necromancer, Darkseid can possess living or deceased beings, rolling them like puppets. He can even control basic inanimate objects, just like the Nomad of Nowhere.
Holy shit! Wiz, never thought I'd say this, but I might have had too much to drink.
But Darkseid's deadliest technique is his signature Omega Beams. These burning lasers of hatred are capable of instant sharp turns and tracking multiple targets at once.
Ladies and gentlemen, Injustice 2, the video game.
Splitting up. They can do that.
You want to
They're locked on.
experience?
On contact, the beams can either disintegrate their target, transmute matter, erase beings from existence, or trap enemies in the Omega Sanction. The Omega Sanction is a sort of life trap. Its target enters a self-contained reality where they live out an infinite number of lives for eternity.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. I'd just do a Bill Murray and use all those lives to learn piano or save a dog or... Yeah, that's probably about it.
Well, there's a catch. Each life in the Sanction gets progressively worse as it goes, including how you die. When the third Mr. Miracle was trapped in it, he was fairly unaware, until he was beaten, burned, mutilated, and castrated, broken to a point of intentionally overdosing. And that was just his first life in the Sanction.
Oh. No thanks. I'm good.
To overpower the multiverse, Darkseid would face some pretty steep competition. However, his power eclipses those of even some of the strongest heroes around.
He's fast enough to take a trip to the Source Wall in just a few seconds. That's at the very edge of existence. So, like, you're not gonna be able to map quest that shit.
The edge of the observable universe is about 45 billion light years away, and scientists hypothesize the actual scale is over 106 sextillion times greater. It took a whole year for the legendary Helm of Nabu to make this journey. But for Darkseid, all of 5 seconds. To pull this off, he'd have to be moving over 87 duodecillion times the speed of light.
Which is totally a real number that I understand. But if he's super big in Fourth World, wouldn't he have an easier time getting to the edge?
We're factoring the scaling across his universe as a whole. Besides, technically the Fourth World is 4 billion years older than our own universe, so the distance to the edge is probably even further.
He's so quick, he can choke out Superman before he even sees him move, or knock him out cold in just a few bitch slaps. And Superman can survive supernovas to the face. Also, since Darkseid wasn't affected by the Crisis Mega Reboot, it's still canon that he can blitz pre-Crisis soups who can sneeze solar systems away.
Darkseid is strong enough to crush a lantern ring with ease, destroy planets with his Omega Beams, and wipe out the Justice League with a single strike. Even with all this power, Darkseid believed he could not dominate the universe until he discovered his ultimate prize, the anti-life equation.
Ha! I knew numbers were bad for you. Take that!